follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than a speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, play. So what you gonna do with it? Stop playing with the play. Nah. If you gonna do it, then you don't play with it, play. Exactly. Yeah. Cause you ain't built like that.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the New England Patriots. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And Michel will have the first down and more. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. is able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Henry.
First down.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
On the carry.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the
toss right to Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Back at the 38.
Here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across. The 40-yard line.
That's good for a Patriots. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
The ball carrier.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
On the handoff.
The Titans and Patriots tied together in so many personnel-related ways. But remember, these two met in the first round of the playoffs a season ago on a cold Saturday night in Foxborough. And it was the Titans who came in as the 6th seed and pulled off that stunner 20-13. Of course, Logan Ryan, one of those with Patriot ties. He intercepted Tom Brady, brought it back for the touchdown on what would prove to be Brady's final pass in a New England uniform. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Rush 12, fellas. Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running from the gun with Henry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Tannehill on the keeper. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A gain of 7, and the Titans first down.
They'll run with Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
6-yard line.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Complete.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
On second down, here's Henry.
At the Patriots 26.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment.
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
To number 86. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 11-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw is Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Catanzaro's kick is good. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fielded in the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A first down carry for Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling,
Derrick Henry all alone. At the 1-yard line. It's a big run that time by Henry. 51 yards. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Garoppolo. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry on the black man. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
They'll run with Michelle. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
2nd and 11 now.
5-yard line.
Cut. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. One, Omaha. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he rifles one incomplete. The tight end, Dalton Keene, the target. And it's 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll run it again with Henry. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
How you like me now?
Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 76 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Chandler Catanzaro lining up.
He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it. This is Michelle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down now, Michelle. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On first down, Michelle, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go,
2nd and 16.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Garoppolo. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
I got you, boy. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Watch the run.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots get a score closer. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Boswell good with the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. 39 yards there, a big one. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Derrick Henry. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Tannehill. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And this is secured by the Patriots. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's got it to James White. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Here we go. Ready? Watch the run. Watch the run. 29.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And it's 2nd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak. And while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close. But the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Mike 29. I got it.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And that will be incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Again, it's Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now it's Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Titans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.